Everyone likes good pizza, but people like to have their pizza their own way. Some like it spicy, some like it salty, some like it with lots of meat, and some like it with a little bit of everything. But the pizza at restaurants doesn't always fit our tastes, so I'm going to show you a way to make pizza the way you enjoy it. And in making your pizza, there are going to be a few items that you're going to need. Alright, first of all, you're going to need flour, of course, for the dough, and depending on how much you want to make, probably want half a pound for one pizza. I mean, you can always go more if you want more pizza than that. You're going to need some yeast, which will allow your dough to rise, and some tomato sauce, of course, so it's not just bread. And then, of course, any toppings that you want, whether it be lots of vegetables, meat, anything you like. Of course, cheese. Don't forget, oil. First step you're going to want to do in order to prepare your pizza is, of course, making the dough. And so, in order to do this, the first thing you want to do is fill up a pot of water. Fill this up, and then put just a very small amount of oil, maybe between a teaspoon and a tablespoon, depending on how oily you like it. Just add a little bit of oil. Alright, looks good. And then you're going to want to boil the water, and as soon as it boils, let it cool off until it's roughly lukewarm. When it's lukewarm, you want to add your yeast so that dough can rise over time. And so you don't want to add a lot of yeast, or else you'll have unmanageable amounts of dough. And so you just add a very small amount of yeast right here, maybe half a teaspoonful, and then you're going to want to stir it. Stir the yeast. Next, once your water is ready, you're going to want to get some dough. Some flour. And maybe pour out half a poundful, just a little pile of flour right here. Now, you don't want to initially pour out all the flour you're going to need. You want to start off with a little bit, and then gradually, periodically add more flour along with some water with it. And next, I'm going to pour just a gradually small amount of this water onto the flour right here. I'll keep adding flour and water and mix it together like this. This takes a while, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the finished product. And once the dough reaches roughly this consistency, it's pretty mushy, but it's still very shapeable. Alright, and after you've let it rise just a bit so that you have more dough to work with, you're ready to roll it out. So just start off rolling it out like this. And keep it relatively thin, so that way most of the flavor comes from the toppings and the sauce and the cheese, and the bread's not as in the way. Alright, you're going to want to get an appropriate tray for the pizza, so that you can put it into the oven and eventually cook it. You're going to want to put a bit of oil on it, just to make sure that it doesn't stick to the tray. So be sure that the oil is spread fairly well across the tray, so that you don't have any areas that are sticky, that will stick to the pizza. And once you've thoroughly spread the oil, go ahead and put your rolled out dough onto the tray. Alright, and be sure to roll up the crusts if you want crusts. Once you have the dough on the tray, you can start having fun. Alright, start off with a good layer of tomato sauce and spread it out evenly across the pizza. Start adding the cheese. It's awesome. Alright, there we go. You can use any toppings you want, whether you want meat, different kinds of vegetables. Some people like fruit. Just be creative, anything you like. Myself, I have some banana peppers, onions, carrots, pineapples, black olives, green olives, and peppers. So once you have all your toppings on in the arrangement you want, you can now ready to cook it, or if you're me, you add more sauce onto the toppings. Now it gets boring, so you have to wait for your masterpiece. Unfair. Alright, but you can bake it for roughly 20 minutes, and I'd say Good temperature is probably 40 to 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and you can cook it in probably, say, 20 minutes. That should be enough time at that temperature to cook your pizza. After 20 minutes, voila, you have a finished pizza. My method of creating pizza allows you to make a pizza that suits your palate and your desires. Don't forget to enjoy your creation once you have it.